boys and girls. This is Wednesday, April 17th, and we're going to go ahead and work on our comprehension check. Now, if you were with us in our Google chat yesterday, we actually did this together as a class. But if you weren't able to join us, we're going to go ahead and we'll go over it right now. So first, we're going to read a passage about plants and plants growing. So go ahead and follow along as I read it. Plants need sun, soil, air, and water to grow. Plants start out as a seed that is planted in the ground. The seed sprouts and grows roots down into the soil. This makes the plant stable. This helps make the plant stable. The roots are also important because they carry water and nutrients up out of the soil and into the plant. Next, the stem grows out of the seed and above the ground. As the stem grows, leaves begin to emerge on the plant. The plant uses its leaves to catch sunlight and air to make its own food. This is called photosynthesis, okay? So we saw some of this when we did our brassica plants toward the beginning of the year. So some of this information at least will probably be familiar. So let's take a look at our questions. The first question is, what do plants need in order to grow? Now remember, if you happen to have crayons on hand, you can use that to find the information over here. Now, in the past, I have been telling you you don't need to worry about writing the answer. It might be good for us to start practice writing that. So when we go, after you find the answer over here and underline it, you can write it over here, okay? Just make sure you use capital letters and just use your neatest handwriting to try to fit it all on the lines because they're not very big, okay? Our next question, what part of the plant carries the water and the nutrients? So we're going to come over here, find the information. If you want to use a crayon, you can find it in orange, and then you'll write your answer over here. How else do roots help a plant? So we can find that information in yellow, okay? And then write a sentence over here to give us that. What grows on the stem? Green. Find the information over here, then write it on the lines. And how do leaves help a plant grow? So you'll find that information in blue and then write it over here, okay? So I'm gonna have you guys go ahead, pause your video to do your work, and when we come back, we'll go over all those answers. Okay, welcome back, boys and girls. So let's take a look at our questions. The first question was, what do plants need in order to grow? So I came over here with my red crayon, and right in that very first sentence, it tells us, plants need sun, soil, air, and water to grow, okay? So I wrote exactly that on this line, okay? I wrote exactly what they had over here. Now, number 2 says, what part of the plant carries water and nutrients, okay? So in orange, it says, so I look for kind of the words carry. Oh, well, here's water. Here's carry water and nutrients. And so when I look up, I see that they're talking about the roots. So I underline the roots are also important because they carry the water and nutrients up out of the soil and into the plant. Now, I don't have to write this whole sentence over here. I can kind of shorten it up a little bit and put it in my own words. So the question is, what part of the plant carries the water and nutrients, okay? So they're not asking where is it carrying from the soil up into the plant. So I know that it's the roots. So all I need to say is the roots carry water and nutrients. I don't have to necessarily copy down everything that's over there, but I do want to at least write a complete sentence. I don't want to just write the roots. Now, is that correct? Yes. But we want to try to write it as a complete sentence. So what do the roots do? The roots, and because they asked us what carries water and nutrients, the roots carry water and nutrients, okay? So you can shorten it up from what it says over here to when you're writing it over here. You don't have to write everything it says, okay? So let's take a look at another one. How else do the roots help a plant? Well, before they talked about what the roots do, it talked about the seeds sprouting and growing roots down into the soil, okay? And then that said, from there, it said, this helps make the plant stable. So we actually had to go back up in the reading to find the answer for this one, okay? So over here, when we read that the roots grow down to the soil, it says, this helps make the plant stable. So over here, I just wrote the roots help make the plant stable, okay? So instead of saying this helps make the plant stable, I just added the roots because that's what they're asking about, okay? What grows on the stem? Well, over here in green, I underlined as the stem grows, leaves begin to emerge on the plant. Could you copy that sentence down? Yes, but you know what? I made it a little bit easier on myself. It's asking what grows on the stem. Well, I know that leaves grow on the stem. So again, you don't have to copy down exactly what it has in the reading, but make sure you're answering the question and try to do it in a complete sentence. Now, if I just wrote leaves, yeah, it's correct, but we're trying to write those complete sentences. So leaves what? Leaves grow on the stem. Okay, and then our last one. How do the leaves help a plant grow? Well, over towards the bottom, it says the plant uses its leaves, so they're talking about leaves again. And what are they using them for? To catch sunlight and air to make its own food. Okay? So over here, I wrote the leaves, catch sunlight and air to make food. Okay? I don't need to necessarily write the plant uses its leaves to catch sunlight and air to make its own food. But I just said the leaves catch sunlight and air to make food. You don't have to include this part about photosynthesis because again, you're probably going to run out of space just because there's not a ton of room on the lines. But here are the answers for the comprehension check number 17, and this is for our Wednesday, April 17th comprehension. If you didn't have a chance to catch us on the chat that we did it yesterday. Good job, everybody.